Welcome to Cooking with the Seasons. In this video series, we will cover a broad range of topics related to healthy cooking and preparation of all the beautiful produce you'll find in your CSA box.
The key purpose of this class is to help you make the most of the produce you receive in your weekly box. We will learn ways to prepare snacks, sides, and meals that taste good, contain less sugar and salt, and use as little of your time and money as possible. For produce you can't use right away, we will present ways to preserve food for later use.
Hi, my name is Cathy. I'm a local dietitian and foodie, and I'm happy to be here today. So in today's class, we're going to be talking about preserving produce to make it last as long as possible. So there are many ways to preserve food. You can freeze, can, dry, pickle, just to name a few. Today we're going to be showing you 3 different methods how to blanch and freeze produce, fruits or vegetables. Today we're going to freeze broccoli. We're also going to make a quick pickle, so we'll show you how to pickle some carrots that we can then put in the refrigerator. So we've all had experiences where we've purchased food with great intentions to use it all and put it in the refrigerator, and maybe we've used some of it and the rest has gone bad and we have to throw it away. As you may come to find with your weekly boxes, they contain a lot of produce. You may not be able to get around to using it all in a week. We want to help you avoid that. So we're going to start out with freezing, which is a great option if you have more produce than you can use. If you're freezing fruits, usually all you need to do is rinse the fruit and drain it well, lay it out on a tray that will fit in your freezer, and let it freeze in a single layer so then you can bag it and it won't all end up a solid clump. That's one trick with freezing fruit. If you have peaches or apples or pears, you'll probably want to add a little lemon and slice it up before you freeze it and lay it out on the tray to freeze in your freezer. But today we're going to show you how to freeze broccoli. So we'll cut it into florets. If you have cauliflower, you do the same thing. You cut it into florets before you blanch it. Remember that the stem of the broccoli, sometimes people forget to use the stem. It's very tasty. You just need to peel the broccoli stem and the tougher parts of the skin so that it's tender. And any vegetable that you freeze, you need to blanch first to help preserve the color, the flavor, to keep it from getting tough once that it's frozen. Blanch is really simple. It basically means you boil some water and you dip it in the water for 3 to 4 minutes. You'll see it become a bright color if it's green, and then you'll take it out, put it in ice water to cool it and stop the cooking process, and then you'll drain it well, and again, lay it out in a single layer and put the tray in the freezer to freeze that. And it'll help preserve the flavor of the food, the color, like I said, so you can keep it for a longer amount of time in your freezer. Carrots, peas, green beans, pretty much the same. Blanch, put it in ice water, drain, lay it on a tray, freeze it, and then put it in a bag. Simple, quick, and a great way to preserve your produce. So the other method we're going to show you today is how to dry or dehydrate food. We're going to show you a really simple way to dehydrate. All you need is a paper bag, some rubber bands, and a place to hang your dehydrating food. And we're going to keep it simple and show you how to dehydrate herbs. Herbs that dehydrate really easily have naturally a low water content, and that would include rosemary or mint or oregano. So we're going to tie those up by the stem with a rubber band, put them in the bag so the stem is out, and then squeeze the bag around the stem and put on another rubber band, and then we're going to hang them in a dark place like your closet or your garage where it's cool and dark, and let those herbs dry in the bag so that if any of the herbs fall off in the bag, they'll be held there, and you'll keep any dust or any insects off of the drying herbs. So that's a really simple way to dry. Now if you're going to dry fruits or other things, you would probably need to use your oven or a dehydrator, and we're going to provide you with the resources on how to do that. After you dry the herbs and take them out of the bag and remove the stems, you can put them in a jar, label them, put them in your cupboard, again in a dark place preferably, and use them within a year. Another common way to preserve food is through pickling. Pickling is done by fermenting in a brine. A brine is salt and water, and leaving that product to ferment in a cool, dark place with a special lid. We're not going to show you that today, but that is one way to pickle, and if you're interested, you might look more into fermentation. What we're going to show you is how to add vinegar so that you're adding an acid which lowers the pH and helps preserve the food, but we're going to put it in the refrigerator. We will give you extra resources on how to water bath can pickled products if you want to add vinegar to your vegetable and boil it in your jar in a hot water bath. But today we're just going to do a really simple, quick pickle with carrots and onions and some spices. And you may have had this quick pickled product at a taco truck beside your meal, and the carrots and jalapenos and onions. It's really tasty, really easy. I grew up in the Midwest. My mom always took our cucumbers and sliced them up, and basically she just added sugar and water and apple cider vinegar, and we ate them almost on a daily basis during the summer when we had lots of cucumber. But we're going to show you a method that includes some other spices that you can do at home and use just really about any vegetable for this, and keep it in the refrigerator because we're not going to can it. So that's what we have to show you today. Thank you for watching, and we would like to know what you try and what you'd like to know more about. Just let us know. So thank you and have a great day.